What happens when two military powers, one sanctioned and the other at war, join forces at sea? This week, Iran and Russia launched joint naval drills in the Caspian Sea, and it's not just about maritime security. These exercises come just weeks after US airstrikes targeted Iranian nuclear facilities. Coincidence? Hardly. This is a clear message, and it's written in warships, submarines, and long-range missiles. Let's break down what this naval alliance means, and how it could reshape global power at sea. In July, Iran and Russia launched a 3-day naval drill in the Caspian Sea, called CASAREX 2025. Officially, the exercise focuses on maritime security and search and rescue, but in reality, it's a political message directed straight at the United States. The drills began on July 21st and included the Russian Navy, Iranian forces, including the Revolutionary Guard Navy, maritime police, and observers from neighboring countries. While the stated purpose is cooperation, the real goal is power projection. The Caspian Sea holds strategic value, rich in energy resources, and ideal for discrete military operations. And this isn't their first move together. Russia and Iran have been tightening military ties since the war in Ukraine and the wave of Western sanctions. Iran provides drones to Russia. Russia, in return, shares military tech. These drills are about showing that cooperation with warships. Russia's Navy is still among the world's top 5, but it faces serious limitations. Much of its fleet is aging, and its ability to operate globally is restricted. However, in regional waters, especially with submarines, Russia remains a serious threat. Its real strength lies in its 58 submarines, including nuclear-armed ones that patrol the Arctic and North Atlantic. On the surface, Russia fields around 15 destroyers, 80 corvettes, and a few large cruisers like the Pyotr Veliky. Its only aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, is mostly out of action due to constant mechanical issues. Russia doesn't aim to compete with the US globally. Instead, it focuses on regional dominance and strategic influence, especially when working with allies like Iran. Now, let's talk about power on the seas, because when it comes to global dominance, the United States Navy is in a league of its own. The US Navy operates across every ocean, with the capability to strike anywhere on Earth in a matter of hours. That reach is made possible by a massive fleet, and most importantly, by its aircraft carriers. Right now, the US has 11 active nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. Each one acts like a floating airbase, capable of launching jets, surveillance drones, and helicopters. The most advanced among them is the USS Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's newest and most powerful carrier, featuring electromagnetic catapults and stealth technologies. One of these carriers alone can project more air power than most countries' entire air forces. Then come the destroyers. The US Navy has nearly 90 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, the workhorses of American naval power. They're fast, heavily armed with missiles, and equipped with the Aegis combat system, which can detect and destroy incoming threats before they even reach the ship. These destroyers operate in carrier strike groups or independently, and they are constantly deployed worldwide. Submarines are another major advantage. The US operates around 70 submarines, including 14 Ohio-class ballistic missile subs that form part of America's nuclear triad. These submarines are stealthy, nearly impossible to track, and armed with dozens of long-range Trident missiles. And then there's the budget. The US Navy's annual funding sits at over $220 billion, more than Russia's entire military budget. This allows for global bases, training exercises, next-generation weapons, and full-spectrum readiness. In short, while Russia can project power regionally, especially near the Arctic or the Black Sea, the US Navy is built to dominate anywhere, anytime. It's not just a navy, it's a global force. Let's talk about America's most advanced warships. First, we have the USS Zumwalt, a futuristic destroyer with stealth design and cutting-edge radar systems. It looks like something out of science fiction. While it had early development issues, it's now fitted with long-range weapons and new missile systems, making it one of the most advanced surface ships ever built. But the real giants are the aircraft carriers. The USS Gerald R. Ford, which we mentioned earlier, is the most powerful warship in the world. It can launch over 75 aircraft, has a crew of 40,500, and is designed to operate for over 50 years with nuclear propulsion. And what does Russia have in this category? Just one aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, and it's been in dry dock more often than in service. Its power is more symbolic than strategic. So when we talk about warship supremacy, there's no contest. Whether it's the Ford-class carriers or the advanced Virginia-class submarines, the US Navy has a technological and operational edge that no rival has matched. These naval drills between Iran and Russia didn't just appear out of nowhere. They come just weeks after a major US airstrike on Iranian nuclear facilities, a move that raised tensions across the Middle East. The attack reportedly targeted underground uranium enrichment sites near Natanz in Iraq, facilities long monitored by US intelligence. According to defense insiders, the strikes were surgical. They weren't meant to destroy everything, but to slow Iran's nuclear progress. The aircraft involved included F-15 Strike Eagles, known for precision bombing, and F-35 Lightning II stealth fighters. These jets flew under radar, struck key electrical and guidance systems, and returned without losses. Iran responded with strong rhetoric, but limited retaliation. However, the political message was clear. The US is willing to use force if Iran crosses the nuclear threshold. And so, just weeks later, Iran joins Russia in joint naval drills. A coincidence? Not likely. This is their answer. So, what's the message behind these drills? Iran and Russia are showing they're united, not isolated. They're also warning the US that while they can't match its naval power, they can respond. And they're watching closely. What we're seeing right now isn't just a military drill. It's a strategic signal, one that speaks louder than words. Iran and Russia know they can't match US power ship for ship. But that's not the point. Their message is about cooperation, resistance, and regional strength. It's about reminding the West that even under pressure, these countries can still act, and act together. The world is entering a new phase of competition, not just in the skies or on land, but across the seas. And as alliances shift and old enemies find common ground, the risk of misunderstanding and escalation grows. We don't know what the next move will be, but one thing is clear. The waters are getting more dangerous. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. And let us know in the comments, is this just a show of force or the beginning of something bigger? Until next time, stay informed and stay sharp.